Hi, thanks for joining me today. This is Steve. In this video, I'm going to take you with me for a lazy, meandering journey around Wade's Mill in Raphine, Virginia. Wade's Mill is the oldest operating grain mill in the state of Virginia, built in 1750. So we're going to look both the mill as well as the property. I'm going to try to keep the talking to a minimum, but I do want to highlight some things as we go through the tour. Notice as we pan over here, we're going to take a look at the stairs that were just rebuilt. They go up to the main floor. You notice I slowed the video down a little bit. There's a something right at the end of that stairway, and that's actually a little doghouse. The miller, she had that built for her dog, so her dog can hang out in there when she's working. Pretty cool. Something that's neat about this mill is it is an overshot, but it doesn't have a normal flume. It actually has a pipe that gravity feeds off the hill. And here you see she just started this up for the day, and it's just starting to get some energy going. You see the water starting to drop down a little bit. It's about an inch down here. So she just opened those gates just a minute before this. There we go. It's picking up some speed. Yeah, we visited on a Sunday morning right after she opened, and she had an order she was going to be processing that day. I think it was either for a brewery or a distillery, so it was going to be a working morning. So she was actually literally getting it fired up to do the work of the day.
Oh yeah?
Let's look across the main floor at the top of that staircase you saw earlier. There's all types of great information to read and learn. I took some pictures of those, and I try to pan them slowly so you can look at them if you want to pause. Here we got some really cool artifacts of old slips of paper from the mill through the course of its time. And then this next one here, this is really neat. This is a stack of the old order slips on a nail. Something else neat that's really interesting about this mill is it holds U.S. patent number 3, which was signed by George Washington, and it's for the actual elevator system within the mill. This mill's in Raphine, Virginia, which is in the Shenandoah Valley. Beautiful area. Look here, we have some chutes up in the ceilings that go from floor to floor. And earlier we showed the elevators that lift things up. Here's kind of an overview of what the mill's floors look like, and our operations of each level. Some dressing stones as paperweights. That corkscrew elevator, part of the elevators. Yeah, the building and the operations on the National Register of Historic Places is no surprise. So here, I'm starting to go outside. We're going up the hillside, and unfortunately I don't have a picture of all that, but this is a little shed, kind of a little shed, and there's a barn building out there, and they have some old equipment sitting out here, kind of undercover. And she had mentioned that either her or maybe the previous miller, she's only been there a few years at the time we were there in the fall, pick up some of this old equipment wherever they could to keep it, both equipment that can be used here later and also to kind of keep it, in the usable. Here's a nice shot of the back of the mill. There's this little retention pond here that actually has some flowing water in it. I believe the water that feeds the mill is coming higher up on the hillside behind the big barn. I'm in the big barn up at the top next to that, where that little shed building was. And here you see some elevator equipment, some tools on the walls, and there's some equipment in the corner strategically placed around. And I believe she said that they have they'll hold receptions and party events and things like that. They can rent the barn as their facility for that, which is kind of a really neat setting. Both the look of it, you see the sunlight's coming through the slats, and beautiful countryside. Yeah, this flower dresser is not much different than the ones that she has in the mill itself right now. You see the flower size is double lot, the same flour you buy today for pizzas and things like that. This is just down the path from that barn we were just in, and I'll pan around here. And here's the building we were just in. And there's that little shed there down towards the end. back down at the mill. There you can see that doghouse a little bit better here. Super friendly mill dog. See, she's got the water flow increased. I think she's running operations right now. Over here, you notice the flour dust on those doors up there. You got the lift. And storage is up on that top floor. Lower level. There's also a small gift area, like a shop area, where you can buy jams and jellies and syrups and, of course, fresh milled grains. She keeps the grains in the refrigerator as they are fresh, and she actually tells you all about that, how to store them because they are literally fresh ground. That concludes our tour. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or if you have any other great mills you'd like to suggest checking out, please leave them below. I appreciate it. Well, thank you very much and have a great day.